back to a new vlog, new episode. আজ আমরা যাচ্ছি নর্দার্ন সার্বিয়াতে। আর এটার মেন অ্যাট্রাকশন হলো নভি সাদ, যেটা হলো সার্বিয়ার সেকেন্ড লার্জেস্ট সিটি। দেখতেই পাচ্ছ ওয়েদারটা বেশ ক্লাউডি, কাল থেকে খুব বৃষ্টি হচ্ছে, জানি না ওয়েদার সাথ দেবে কিনা, ঠান্ডায় রীতিমতো কাঁপছি। তো তোমাদের বলে রাখি, আজকে আমরা মেন কভার করবো হচ্ছে ফ্রুসকা গোরা মাউন্টেন, চার্চ মানে অর্থোডক্স চার্চ, আর করবো হচ্ছে ওয়াইন টেস্ট, আর তার সাথে তোমাদের এক্সপ্লোর করে দেখাবো ডাউনটাউন। তার সাথে রয়েছে ফোর্ট্রেস আর মোনাস্ট্রি। আজকে আমাদের ইচ্ছে আছে তোমাদের এক্সপ্লোর করে দেখাবো ওখানকার স্ট্রিট ফুড। তো ওখানকার স্ট্রিট ফুডের মধ্যে স্পেশাল হচ্ছে পিয়াজকে ভিস্কা, কেবাপি আর কামাস্কা। তো দেখতেই পাচ্ছ আমরা পৌঁছে গেছি আমাদের ফার্স্ট ডেস্টিনেশনে। কথা আটকে যাচ্ছে, প্রচন্ড ঠান্ডা, বেশ একটা মানে চিল্ড ওয়েদার।
In the time when Serbia experienced this turbulent time of in its history, and that's the early 15th century, when it started being slowly conquered by the Ottoman Turks, the seat of the power of the Serbian state slowly started to move across the Sava and the Danube rivers, so from central Serbia here into this northern province. So this northern province was for centuries an integral part of Hungarian kingdom and later Austrian-Hungarian Empire. So it wasn't historically part of Serbia. It was only claimed by Serbia after the First World War. They also chose this place, this mountain, to become a place where they will move ecclesiastical power. So spiritual centers, monasteries will start being built in this area. Krušedol actually means the valley of the pears. Yeah, the Krušedol. It's like a toponym. So he constructed in 1509 to 1513. He built the Krušedol Monastery with a church dedicated to Annunciation, and that became the first monastery to mark the beginning of building 24 monasteries altogether. So please, let's visit.
You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Day. You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Day. Princess of mine, what have I done to deserve your royalty? 'Cause when you chose me, a simple man, you just made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Day. You made my day. You made my day. You made my day.
The building behind you is the church seminary, the second oldest one in the world after the one in Kiev in today's Ukraine, former Russia. So an Orthodox seminary where young priests are being educated. It functions as a boarding school, and it's a high school that has a level of a high school. Unlike regular high schools in Serbia that last for 4 years, this one lasts for 5 years. And previously, the young men who would attend this school would be able to become priests just after graduating here. So it's especially known that in the early 18th century, they made a type of sweet dessert wine that's being made only here locally. It's a geographically protected product. It's being produced nowhere else in Serbia or in Europe. It's called Bermet, the sweet red wine. The local families, out of 45 registered wine cellars here in the town, so it's a wine region, only less than 10 families actually know the recipe, because the recipe is being passed on from generation to generation, from father to son. Yeah, and it's kept as a secret for a long time. Usually when you ask local winemakers how they managed to keep it as a secret for 3 centuries, they'll always give you a very simple answer, and that's the women are not allowed to know the recipe, only men. It's a sweet dessert wine that's being produced usually from the dry grapes, special type of grapes. The sweetest one goes from the dry grapes. They would make the wine, they would put it in barrico oak wooden barrels. They would keep it for 18 months, and then after 18 months, one by one, they would put 30 types of herbs, spices, and dry fruits. I know they put wormwood, and you feel the bitterness in the end of the taste. In the end, it's a sweet liqueur dessert wine with a very distinct odor and flavor, and has 16 to 17% of alcohol, so it's very strong. Regular wine has from 11 to 12 to 13. This one has to 16 to 17. So local winemakers make a joke. They say it is the perfect wine for men.
It's a sweet dessert aromatized wine with 24 different herbs and spices inside. It's very sweet, very strong. It has 17% of alcohol, and it's made only here in this place, almost exclusively in Sremski Karlovci and nowhere else in Serbia or over the world, of course.
This is walnut ragi, good for thyroid and migraine. This is for me and Chatterjee and this is for Aryan. এর সাথে আজকে ওয়াক ট্যুরটা আমরা এখানেই শেষ করলাম। দেখা হবে নেক্সট ব্লগে। তাহলে আজ আসি, টাটা।
Al baš